Hello.
Yay, we're back in your office.
We are back in my office. I have some stuff going on out there.
I know. I'm Alita Caldwell. I am the owner of the Funky Monkey. You are?
I'm Dr. Faith Wilson, the owner and chiropractor at Delta Chiropractic and Wellness.
It was fun. I was just in the lobby, and one of my customers was in the lobby.
Yes. Yep.
So that's kind of fun. And they recognized me. Okay, so tell us. Yes. We're going to talk about shoulders and elbows today because that's what the topic of today is. But you have an event happening tomorrow. Tell me about that.
I do. We have our grand reopening tomorrow at 11:30. We did a big expansion and renovation in my office. So we technically did shut down for a couple of days. So now we get to have a grand reopening with the League City Chamber, and we're very excited. And then my massage therapist, Kenya, with Renew Therapeutic Massage, is having her grand opening because she is brand new. So she joined the League City Chamber. We get to have her grand opening and ribbon cutting at the same time as my grand opening. So we're very excited.
And what time is that tomorrow?
11:30 in the morning. We'll have tacos and drinks. Come on by. We'll have raffles. We're going to give out a 16-minute massage with Kenya as a raffle. I put together a cool cooler bundle for summer. It's a cooler, a towel, a Yeti flask, and some sunscreen. So nice little take yourself to the beach day.
and I'll be here at 11. And I don't think we've talked about a door prize, but I'm going to donate a door prize too.
Oh,
so I'll be here. I'll be here at 11. So something from Omni Oil. I believe it'll be a pain cream roll-on combo.
Awesome.
So that you can get a pain cream roll-on combo. So that's kind of a fun door prize. But I like to come over here. I tell people all the time. I mean, there's lots of connections that could be made between here and the Funky Monkey. But I actually really like Dr. Wilson and her sister Hope outside. You know, we love Hope. We love Hope too.
We love Hope.
We do. We love Hope. But I really like, and I do like that my customer that was in the lobby, they were like, I like this practice. She does a really good job. It's a family practice.
Yes.
I mean, and that was just totally random. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about wrist. And shoulders. That's what we're on today.
Shoulders, yeah. So I do have a lot of patients that come in with shoulder pain, elbow pain, wrist pain, anything upper extremity. And the first thing I tell them is we're going to check out your neck, right? All the nerves in your body exit from your spine. So that's where I check first. The nerves in your neck, they go to your shoulder. They go to your elbow. They go to your wrist. If we have a neck problem that we don't know of or we're not treating and we're only treating the shoulder's not going to heal if we don't address the root cause, right? So always start at the neck. We take x-rays, evaluate the joints, evaluate the discs, and evaluate the nerves. And then we go out from there. So I do my spinal exam first, and then I'll branch out and do my extremity exams. So then I check the shoulder, how it's functioning, if it's more rotator cuff, if it's more labrum, or if it's really just a couple muscles that aren't functioning properly. And so that's often 95% of my patients just have muscles that aren't functioning and stabilized in the shoulder. I get those functioning, stabilized in the shoulder, and they're out of pain. They come in thinking they need shoulder surgery, and they've torn their rotator cuff or they've torn their labrum, and we don't need surgery. So
I do think that that's not, they just don't know. They don't know what they don't know.
Exactly.
And this is a nice in between. You just said that if they come in and they get evaluated, you do an introduction package. Talk to us about that again. I know you've talked to us previously about that, just so we know.
Our new patient exam, they come in, we chit chat in my office, and then I take you across the hall and do a full orthopedic and neurological exam, not just of your spine, but if I need to branch out and the shoulder, knees, etc., we do the orthopedics for that region as well. And then we go and we take full spine x-rays, and then if you have a shoulder problem or elbow problem or a wrist problem, and we think we might need x-rays of that area too, I x-ray the area. So we'll x-ray the shoulders to see the AC joint, to see spacing of the humerus within the joint as well. I'll take an elbow x-ray, wrist x-ray, especially if someone falls and then they're having intense wrist pain. I just always take an x-ray to make sure there's something going on in there.
And sometimes, I mean, that to me, sometimes that's worth the visit. I mean, you can go to the urgent care and they'll x-ray. I mean, you're several $1,000s in, and they're not doing any preventative care on the other end, especially if you fall and it's moving and it's not an emergency, but you're just like, man, it's aching.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about wrist, because that's another one. What do you do with wrist?
I adjust, right?
Okay.
So wrist, there's a few things. Of course, I'm going to feel and make sure all the little tiny bones in your wrists are moving properly, because we have 8 little bones in there, and they're super tight together. And if one of them gets out of place, it can hurt, right? And then carpal tunnel is when the fascia or the tendons over the inside of your wrist here get tight, and they put pressure on the nerves, and it sends pain into the hand. So I can release the carpal tunnel as well, either with my activator or just with my hands and doing some muscle work. And that helps a lot of people with carpal tunnel issues, so they don't have to get surgery, because we don't want surgery for the wrist, for many reasons. One, you don't want to get knocked out. Two, they go in there and they cut the carpal tunnel fascia and they cut it open and it takes pressure off the nerve. Oh, it feels great. And then a year later, it's hurting again. Well, what replaces the cut fascia is scar tissue. So now you have scar tissue where the fascia was. They had to go in and get that cut again. And it's just an ongoing problem.
Kind of a vicious cycle in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess adjust the wrist, get all the bones moving, and then I can go up and evaluate the muscles in the forearm because you have your wrist flexors and your extensors, and they originate at the elbow. So if we have problem with the muscle up top, your wrist isn't going to function properly. So I dive in up there as well.
Very, very. Every time I come here, I learn something new. There's a guy on the machine out here. I'm like, is that a stretching machine? What are you doing, Dr. Wilson? So this is a fun little practice, but I do like that you are able. To me, I've been into other chiropractic clinics, and there is a very large difference between somebody that's doing accident type chiropractics and this practice noted. I know a noted difference. I mean, because I'm kind of an outsider, right? I come in here every week, every 3 weeks around that. So I get to observe the things that are going on. You know your patients. You can tell that they're here week after week, that they either come in and do some type of rehab in addition to whatever type of adjustment that you're giving them. I mean, there's times that, I've walked into some pretty large places and you're just a cattle, everybody's sitting in there, you get your adjustment, you walk out, and really nobody even knew your name while you were in there. That is definitely not what it is like at this practice. Give us your location again.
We are on the border of League City and Dickinson off of 646 and Highway 3, so closer to Highway 3.
Yep, and so if you need anything, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. You can also look up Dr. Wilson. We'll put all the information below. Yeah. I think that's all I've got today, but we'll be back tomorrow at 11:30, you said?
11:30 is when it starts.
Okay.
Yep, 11:30.
So I will be here at 11.
Yes,
I'll be here at 11 so I can get the Hummer in the parking lot, because that's always a problem. If there's last minute parking.
In the grass.
That's fine. I can do that too.
Next to me.
Okay, perfect.
Take her off road.
We're going to be the off-road people tomorrow. We'll have the big yellow Hummer out there, her white truck. We'll figure out the things. I wish y'all could see Delta on the floor over here. This dog is great, but Delta. Yes, he's a good little dog.
You want to
come here? You want to see? Aw, come here, baby. I also love that he's in the practice. He's pets are. Oh, he's like kind of camera shy. He's like, no, he's not.
See her back.
We'll see her. Yeah, but I love that. I think that's the other thing that client said in the thing. I love that the dog is in here.
Yep, everyone loves Delta. One day this week, Delta was not here, and I heard it from every single patient. Where's Delta? Isn't there supposed to be a dog here? Where's Delta? Where's Delta? Where's the dog at?
There's so much research though. Like I did reading dogs one year in my classroom, and I allowed the dogs to come into my classroom, and we did reading stations. My kids loved it. They loved it because there was no pressure. There was no pressure to read the dog. Nobody, the dog wasn't going to correct them. There wasn't. Nope. But I think it's important in a practice. That your clients know. Again, the wellness.
I love her.
They do. The wellness
aspect. It's a family practice. Delta's my little baby, so she's just in here helping everybody feel better. Sitting fancy.
So, okay. That's it. I think we'll talk to y'all later, and have a good day.
Yep. Bye.
Dun, dun, dun. Yay.